I don't know where you've been, but you're going to respect this courtroom. My life has proven that it's not about where you come from, it's about where you're going. From a jailed youth who had my record expunged to becoming the youngest judge elected.
The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding.
In just 15 years. Ma'am, let me know when you want to go to rehab. Otherwise, I think you're a crackhead.
Absolutely not.
My goal is to inspire others to overcome their obstacles. You don't need him and his little raggedy roommate.
Thank you.
All while having a little fun on Mathis Court. You look like you're ready to lie right the first word out your mouth. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Jane Bauer is suing Christian Harris in the amount of $235. Ms. Bauer claims she let her friend borrow her car while she was out of town, but says he rudely left her gas tank empty, which left her stranded when she returned.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may be seated. Judge, both litigants have been sworn in.
Thank you, sir. State your name.
Hi, my name is Jane Bauer, and
Sir?
I'm Christian Harris.
All right, ma'am, you're suing the defendant for $235, saying your friend borrowed your car and intentionally left the gas tank empty.
Yes.
Start with you.
Your Honor, I tried to be a good friend and let Christian over here borrow my car because he doesn't have one. Well, I went out of town, and he dropped me off at the airport. When I got back, my car was on E.
And you told him you was broke when you got back because you went on vacation. He said he should have known you were going to be broke, right?
Well, I didn't have to pay for anything on my vacation, but he should.
Why didn't you have gas money? Why are we here today?
Because who leaves somebody's car empty when they give you a full tank of gas?
Did you run out of gas? What were your damages?
My damages were, I didn't have any gas in my car when I got to his house. How am I going to get home?
You couldn't make it to the gas station?
Yes, I did go to the gas station.
With the car?
Not with the car.
That's what I'm asking. The car wouldn't start at all?
It would not.
Okay.
It absolutely locked up.
Okay, go ahead.
I got back home from the airport on May 7th. When I got to his house, I pushed the start button, nothing.
Okay, so what happened there?
So at that point, I called Christian to let him know, like, why would you do this to me? It's midnight, I had a late flight, I'm tired, you gonna leave me stranded? He didn't answer the phone. So had to buy a jug that costs just as much as gas nowadays to fill it up. That's more money out of my pocket to get gas so I could go home.
Yeah, and that's why I was teasing with you, because I knew you had some money. You didn't spend all your money on vacation. You give me your side of what happened.
So I had borrowed her car. I've borrowed her car before. We've been friends for like 2 years, since college.
Just friends? Never dated?
Well, I kind of wanted that in the future, but, you know, she said...
That's out now.
Well, clearly that's out.
Ahead.
So, you know, we were in, studying together in college, and I did talk to her about potentially being in a relationship. She said after college, after we graduated. So I was like, okay.
So I would think about it.
Okay, so I had borrowed a car before, so this time she said she was going out of town, and she said she needed someone to drive her to the airport, and she also said that I can drive her car around. She lended that. She wanted to be a good friend, so I appreciate it. So I drove her, and to the airport, and I drove her car around. I went to, San Diego. I did go to San Diego. I did hang out with my friends. So I had seen the day before she came back.
Now, where were you living in Los Angeles?
Los
when you
Angeles.
borrowed
Yes,
her
I live
car
in
and
Los
you
Angeles.
went to another city?
It is
Did you
2
ask
hours
her,
now.
could you do that, or did you inform her? Did you get...
I mean, I've used it before. I did tell her. that I was going to drive around
going
a few
to San
places.
Diego?
Around.
Out of town. Did you tell her you were going out of town with her car?
I didn't specifically say
All
San
right,
Diego.
well, you should have. Go ahead. What else?
And so I seen the day before that she's on vacation with my homie. She's on vacation with my homie. They're hugged up on Instagram stories. She's having a hot girl summer. She's just having a good time. I'm like, what? Are you serious? So I had, parked my car at my house, and I put...
You got mad.
I got pissed off. I was mad.
You couldn't get it, and he did.
I mean, hey, she could at least told me.
To get a vacation.
She could at least told me she was going on vacation,
I told you I was going on vacation.
But who was she
Dropped me off
going
at
with?
the
She didn't tell me. You didn't tell me you were going with my homie. She didn't say
but
that
y'all
part.
weren't dating. She didn't have a reason to tell you anything.
Not my daddy.
You were wishing that y'all were dating. That wish hadn't come true yet.
Well, she can at least, but she told me everything else. But she forgot to tell me this.
You think I
She
told you
forgot to tell me that she was
everything
going out with my homie. And I put gas in her car actually right before I left. I did put $10.
Right before you went to San Diego. How long you
No, I said right
think
before
that
I
was going to last?
Well, you know, I thought it was good on gas. It was supposed to be good on gas. I did put it in before I left because I saw it on Instagram. So I left. I put my car keys right in the mail.
Her car keys.
Thank you.
Her car keys. I put it at my house, and I texted her and I said, you know what? I'm going out to have my fun. Right before, and I left her cards. I did put $10. I do have evidence,
What do you
sir.
mean? I'm going out to have my fun. Like that's supposed to hurt her or affect her. She didn't want you. She didn't show you who she wanted.
And I seen that on
I'm going out
Instagram.
to have my fun.
And I saw
like that's
that
gonna hurt her. She cared that much about you when she went out with your buddy. When she went out of town with him, she didn't just go out with him. She went out of town. They only had one room too, buddy, and they were drinking and having fun all night.
And I
Give him
saw
some tissue. He about to break out crying. Now,
I'm good. I'm good.
all right. He say good.
I
man.
take just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case, you know.
Coming up on Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
She told you when you saw it on Instagram, talking about she never told me it was my homie. Yes, she did. She told you and all of her followers.
She did.
And later,
You think your ex-boyfriend gonna give you good advice?
He was
That
giving
was
her
a
somebody he
setup.
trusted,
Right.
somebody that was
right.
Be quiet.
Right.
Don't nobody ask you all that. Here's somebody you trusted. I didn't ask you that.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Jane Bauer, who is suing Christian Harris for negligence.
She had no duty to spare your feelings if you all weren't involved with each other. And sparing your feelings might have been to lie about who she was with or try and deceive. She told you when you saw it on Instagram, talking about she never told me it was my homie. Yes, she did. She told you and all of her followers
She did.
that she was with your homie
She did.
all night. And it was right.
I don't want to think about that.
Hey, so I want to think about that.
So so I left my keys at my house and I went on to have
My
my
keys.
fun. I did. I put $10 in the
Her
gas tank.
keys. You keep saying it was her keys. There's nothing about her that's yours. She's not your woman. She don't want you. The car's not hers. You keep saying the key or my keys. Mine, no mine, nothing. They're her keys. There's
Her
nothing
keys.
about her that's mine. You don't. Those words don't come out in the same frame of reference.
Yes, sir.
Now it was relate to her.
Yes, sir.
She belong to your buddy now. Her buddy, your buddy is hers. Women ain't nobody's man, but men are women's women. Or men are women's men. So, that's her man. You talk to him about it?
We had a
ain't-
conversation about it.
What'd he say?
Same thing. He was just straight up disrespectful, so I cut them both off.
Disrespectful how?
Yeah, after you.
Because they could have told me before they left, before they went out to.
He could have told you. Your man, your buddy could have
I
told
just felt
you.
like if we were best friends also, but she could at least tell me too. We talked about everything. We went to school together. We talked every day. Now, specifically, you didn't tell me that you were going out with my friend. The one I introduced
But
them.
she
I
wasn't
introduced
going
them.
out with you, so what's the problem?
We kind of knew what the situation was. We
You
knew what the
knew. You
situation
thought
was.
the situation was. What did you know about the situation?
I mean, we had a conversation right before talking about graduation. We hung out every day. If you hang out with somebody every single day, you text all the
I
time,
hang
you
out
talk.
with my friends all the time.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
do
but we was
I.
different, though.
I hang out with my children. I hang out with the workers here all day.
Yeah, but you don't kiss your friends.
Boy,
Yes, I
He wanted to go on the trip, but he didn't want to pay.
Now you done figured it out. Amir figured it out. That's why she had to go with your boy, because you couldn't take it. And that was actually, sounds like a defining moment in the relationship. Well, I gotta go with who can treat me like the lady that I deserve to be treated. And I can't even go on a vacation with him without paying for it. How's your financial situation?
I work now.
Now.
I work now.
All right. Over the course of your friendship, after college, how much have you worked?
I worked this year. I got a job this year.
All
I was
right.
able
So
to
what do
work.
you say about this financial situation? I'm pursuing the line of questioning that Amir has put in my mind now, and that is you didn't want to go out with him because he didn't have enough money for you, so you went with his buddy who did have the money.
Well, she brought it up first. She said that it was all expenses paid in the beginning.
It was.
Yeah, I
It was
missed
all-
that
Who's
altogether.
going to say
Thank
no
you,
to
son.
that? Who's going to say no to an all-expense trip? Not me. And he should know that. Being my friend, or was my friend, you should know that. But since you have money,
How many rooms did y'all have?
there was one room, Your Honor.
Double bed.
One bed.
Don't do that to him. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
It's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool.
I'm sorry.
You want to use your tissue?
I'm good.
You
I'm
said you
good.
want to see pictures. What'd you just say?
Another tissue, another tissue.
Oh, another tissue. I said, you ain't that cold.
She
I
is.
know you
She
cold,
is.
but
She is.
you ain't
She is,
that
Your
cold.
Honor.
My goodness. She that cold?
She is.
Now, I'm starting to believe him now. So what'd he do to you? You got nerve to sue him after what you done did to this man.
Your Honor, I just want my money back.
For what? Money for what?
Money for the ride share that I shouldn't have had to take because the whole deal was you dropped me in and off the airport. I want money for the jug. I want money for the gas. And I want money for the gas I had to fill up to even get home because when you put it in that jug, you don't get all the way home with it. And I have every piece of receipts, including the $60 that I put in premium gas for him to use. So at least I
Let
could
me
have
see
got
it,
that
please,
back.
Amir.
The entire folder.
Man, you come on over here. You don't need to be hanging over there too long, getting no ideas. You ain't-
Exactly.
You don't have enough money for her.
I sure do not.
All right, you got the receipts. Sir, the law is that you return the car in the same condition in which you took it.
But she never told me that. I used a
You
car
don't
before.
have to tell you. Who has to tell you? That's common courtesy.
Thank you.
And that's where the law comes from in many instances. That's why they call it. It began as common law. That's
to
why
college, right?
they developed that form of law in Great Britain because the basis of it is common sense. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $235.
It should have never went this far. You have a job now. You could have paid me back.
I think you should have just communicated that to me that you wanted it filled up before. You used your car before, you never had a problem. Now you do? I just think that's a problem.
Because you left me
If
stranded.
we're friends, don't sue me.
Coming up,
She had some garages she wanted to convert into a dwelling, and so I was going to do some honest work for her.
Honest work. Instead, he demolished my garage.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Samantha Hernandez is suing Eric Holland in the amount of $10,000. Ms. Hernandez claims she didn't give the green light to go ahead with her remodel and says she came home to a gutted garage. Mr. Holland is countersuing for $5,000.
State your name, ma'am.
My name is Samantha Hernandez.
Sir,
Eric Holland.
let me start with you, Ms. Hernandez. You're suing the defendant for $10,000. He's countersuing for $5,000, alleging he owes this money because he began work on your demolished garage without permission. And your counterclaim is that there was a verbal agreement that gave you the green light to start working on it.
Correct.
All right, start with you, ma'am.
Your Honor, he did not have my permission to demolish my garage.
I 100% had verbal communication with her that let me get started on that job.
We did not have a contract, Your Honor. This all started because I decided to build an apartment unit. I had an architect come out, they made blueprints, they took me through the process, and they said, you can get a contractor and begin. So I started to meet with contractors. I looked online, I looked through neighborhood newsletters, and the prices were all over the place, Your Honor. And they weren't all able to start. So it was like between $50,000 to $250,000. And I'm an accountant. I don't know about this stuff. And I'm
You
a
don't know
single.
about, the repair. I thought you
Yeah,
were
I
about
don't-
to tell me you don't know about numbers. I was about to say you in the wrong field.
No, yes, sir.
Coming up,
We didn't have a date, Your Honor. We did not have a date when he was supposed to start or a time.
Exactly.
Not
When
You
at
said
all.
you never had an agreement.
We did not have an agreement.
Right, okay, and he says you did, and says there's evidence of an agreement. You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Samantha Hernandez, who's suing Eric Holland for property damage.
I want to build an apartment unit.
she needed an additional dwelling on her property, and that's what I was going to do.
Okay.
an accessory dwelling unit. I heard that the state of California was promoting this. So I came by Mr. Holland as a contractor because I eventually reached out to an ex-boyfriend. And I asked Nils because he'd done
No wonder
construction.
you here. He set you up. What
Exactly.
You think your ex-boyfriend gonna give you good advice?
He was
That
giving
was
her
a
somebody he
setup.
trusted,
Right.
somebody that was going to do
Be
good
quiet.
work.
Don't nobody ask you, oh, now here's somebody you trusted. I didn't ask you that. Now, where do you know her from?
She's an acquaintance. Her ex-boyfriend referred me to her. She had some garages she wanted to convert into a dwelling, and so I was going to do some honest work for her.
Honest work. Instead, he demolished my garage. That's not honest. I have the evidence,
First,
Your
let's
Honor.
get to whether there was agreement or not.
There was no agreement, Your Honor. He texted me and said, I need to come by with an electrician, I need to come by with a plumber in order to give you the proposal. So I said, okay, text me when you're coming. I'll leave the gate open when you're coming. I came home maybe an hour late at about 11 a.m. and I see all of my garage doors are open. There's holes in the cement and the drywall has been ripped off.
How long had you been gone?
I've been gone about 2 hours.
So he did all that in 2 hours. Yeah, right.
guess.
All right. Let me hear from
Right.
you, sir.
We had agreed in writing, in text, that I was going to start early that week. Those were her specific words.
Well, this is an easy case. Go ahead.
We didn't have a date, Your Honor. We did not have a date when he was supposed to start or a time.
Exactly.
Not
When
You
at
said
all.
you never had an agreement.
We did not have an agreement.
Right. Okay. And he says you did, and he says there's evidence of an agreement.
How will Judge Mathis rule? Find out when Mathis Court returns.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. Your counterclaim is for what, sir? What work did you do?
We basically started leveling the concrete. We had to get space ready to dig the conduit,
You dug
to lay
holes in my
electric
garage. That's not
and
leveling.
plumbing. We also had to remove the drywall because it's a residence. It needs insulation.
didn't
You
tell
did
me
all
you were
this
gonna
in
do
2
any of that.
hours.
It was maybe 3 hours.
You did not
I
tell
had
me you were
two.
doing that.
I had. There was 4 of us total. 3 men
Show
with
me
me.
receipts for that. You have receipts for all those things you did for the day in question? Because I don't
Absolutely.
believe it. I don't believe you did all that in 3 hours. I don't believe contractors make $2,000 an hour. I just don't.
You pulled it off the internet.
I just don't.
You pulled
Because
that
if you're
list
there
off
for
the
3
internet.
hours, sir, that means you paid nearly $2,000 an hour.
I did a
And
Google
so,
search.
no, I don't believe that.
I
All
did
right?
a Google search, and you pulled this
You
list off
don't
the internet.
believe
What
that
are
I
you-
have
ma'am,
confidence-
why are you doing that?
Because I know he pulled this
But don't you see
information
me
off the
talking to
internet.
him?
I apologize. I'm so frustrated
well,
with
no
the
problem. Your
situation.
claim is dismissed. There was an agreement. And with you, sir, you got receipts of which to show that you spent?
I can make the receipts available. Yes.
All right. You don't have them here?
Not here today, no, sir.
Well, give you 30 days to bring them back because I don't believe that you make $5,000 in 3 hours worth of work. Just don't believe you get paid that much. And your claim is dismissed. I'm concluding that you had a verbal agreement. Have a good day.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has given the defendant 30 days to return with evidence to support his counterclaim. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
Nils set you up to this, didn't he?
Listen, you and your problems with your ex-boyfriend need to stay with you and your ex-boyfriend. You embarrassed me
You
and
brought
you
it
took
in.
advantage of
You
me.
brought it into our construction.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.